Hey, what's up?
You doing? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good, doing real good.
Thanks for hopping on.
Oh, you're more than welcome. Thank you for having me on here.
Yeah, no problem. Welcome to episode number 162 of the Blitzstick. I'm here with 2026 NFL draft prospect Darryl Overstreet from Upper Iowa University, and I'm excited to have him on to talk about how his journey has been like for him and much more. So, welcome.
Thank you for having me once again.
So, tell me a little about yourself and what made you want to be in the position that you are?
So I'm from Grays Lake, Illinois. My father and my mother were both young when they had me, and growing up, I got to watch my dad play semi-pro football as well as arena ball. So I've kind of been around football my whole life, and we've put a very heavy aspect on, playing sports, being active. And my whole life, I just always wanted to play football. I grew up watching the Bears. I'm a huge Bears fan. Grandmother works for their doctor, so it felt it was meant to be football. Football was always
Mhm,
my first love and forever will be. But so growing up, you know, started playing flag at a young age. First year of football, I played offensive line as a 7-year-old. But ever since that second season, I've played quarterback and I've loved every minute of it. The mental aspects, playing the game, throwing the ball, it's just really, it's always been my first love, and it's always been my goal and my dream to continue to play at the highest level.
mhm. Uh, how did you finalize to pick the school that you wanted to go to?
So actually, for me, coming out of high school, I didn't have many scholarship offers. I had Upper Iowa University and McKendree University, and pretty much coming on campus, Coach Hoskins, our head coach, he was recruiting me mainly. And being here, you could feel the love, you could feel the want to be better and the want to change the program around. Because coming in the the year before I got there, my freshman year, we went 1-10, but there was a sense of trying to improve within the program. So now we've got us to a 7-4 record, and I'm very grateful for choosing the school I chose.
What is a typical day like for you on game days?
On a game day, a lot of our games we have them in the afternoon, but I like to wake up, you know, go eat breakfast. Typically, our team breakfast. We'll do that together as a group. Go through the play sheet, head back to the room, put on whatever early games are on, whether it's a big noon kickoff. Watch a few minutes of that. Head down to the locker room about 2 hours before kickoff. Take our beautiful walk through our tailgate down to the field and just taking all the sights and sounds. Warm up a little bit. Then about 30 minutes prior to kick, we're out there. We're ready to go. After that, it's game on. I like to listen to a lot of music prior to the game just to stay calm and not get too amped up too soon.
Mhm. Who in your family do you look up to and why?
I look up to my dad a lot. As I said, I got to watch him play football. But the other part with having young parents is I get to watch them grow up not only as, parents, but as people. Being the oldest of five, I didn't really have like an older sibling to look up to. So I got to watch both my parents grow and become great people, could become better people. And my dad, he just had that athletic background that really, drew me to him a little bit more than maybe my mom. But I love both my mom and my dad dearly.
What current or former NFL player do you compare yourself to?
Uh, I feel like I try to frame my game more so around, a Drew Brees. I try to be a very accurate passer. Now, I am more athletic than Drew Brees, so some people have compared me to like a younger Donovan McNabb, or I've got Brock Purdy a lot recently because he's able in and out the pocket, moving often a lot, being able to make plays off balance off their off a set drop.
What makes you a unique football player?
I think my uniqueness is the combination of intelligence that I have. about the game of football because growing up, I got a defensive perspective. My dad played safety, so I know a lot about the defensive side of the ball. But then the other part of that is I have this extreme arm talent and athleticism that I'm able to pair with my game and my intelligence. So not only can I beat you mentally, but I can beat you physically.
Hmm. Uh, what has been your favorite memory playing football so far?
Uh, I think my favorite memory was last year. It was really the final game of the year. It was a we played Missouri S&T. It was kind of our mindset going into the game was we know we weren't going to get the playoff bid. We knew we weren't going to get that ball game because we just didn't have the tiebreaker. And so we were thinking to use that last game as the first game of this season to springboard us to help us out here. And what was really important for me was the fact that we went out there and we played a complete game as an offense. We went out, we scored 50 points, and we easily could have put up more. It was a great culmination of all the hard work we put out. We got to send our seniors who are big time part of our program, part of what we built, and it was just probably the best moment I've had, wearing a Peacocks jersey. But there's been numerous, so I think the most recent one that's been my favorite has been that last game.
How many hours a day do you take the time to watch film?
I probably watch film for 2.5, 3 hours every day on just my own outside of meeting time. Because that my position, there's a lot that we have to know, that we have to learn about defense. A lot of different nuances, a lot of different physical tells, not only just base schematics, but every player has a tell to what they're doing.
Hmm. What do you like to do in your free time?
I like to cook or I actually I'm a self-taught barber. I have been cutting my hair and a lot of my teammates' hair for the last 4 years. So I enjoy doing that. Other than that, cooking, hanging out with family. Those are kind of my big time. Football's taken up a lot of my free time in the last 4 years. Having spent pretty much every single school year, of course, every summer here. So a lot of my free time has revolved around football and doing whatever I can to be better.
My last question is, what is your plan for this upcoming uh, this season and for the future?
So my plan for the future, of course, we plan to win as many games as we can this year. We don't put a number on it in our program because what is to be is going to be, and it really just comes down to our weekly preparation. But this year we're looking real excited for probably our best year at the school in school's history, looking at a potential playoff berth, if not a bowl game and a conference championship. Post football, I plan on entering my name in a couple overseas draft portals. Of course, taking a pro day either at the University of Northern Iowa or finding one locally in my area in Chicago. And just continuing to play football for as long as I can. I've always thought that football has been my way to feed my family and has been my way to get out, and I want to be able to play it as long as I can because you can't play this game when you're 50 in a rec league. You can only play it for a certain amount of time, so I want to take as much time as I can.
Thank you for hopping on for a couple minutes tonight, and I wish you nothing but best of luck.
All right, thank you. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you.